Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick card using the blooming frame thin cut and some nice bright fall colors. Okay, so I'm going to use the coordinating stamp set called Heyfriend, and this is the card front plate thin cut called blooming frame. I'm also going to use some royal cardstock and the light side of Sundance. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to cut my white daisy down to 4.5 by 6 so that there's enough room around the edges to be able to cut the thin cut the blooming frame, and it will cut it down to an A2 size, which is 4.25 by 5.5. The colors I'm using are paprika, pumpkin, Sundance, and honey butter, and I've got blending brushes. I've stuck down my Altenew sticky mat to my Versamat, and then my cardstock to the sticky mat so that it doesn't move around and I don't have to use tape, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So I'm going to start with the dark color at the base, and this is paprika, and I'm just adding color using my blending brush, and I'm just blending around, and it kind of looks splotchy and kind of a mess, but as the ink dries it smooths out, and then we're going to be die cutting it anyway, so don't worry about it being splotchy, it's fine. And then the next color I'm going to go in with is pumpkin, and I'm just kind of blending over a little bit of the paprika, and I'm just blending lighter as I go up so that the next color, which is Sundance, will blend right in. So I'm just layering the Sundance on top of the pumpkin and just going back and forth. You do need to have rather juicy ink pads, so I recommend re-inking them just before you do this. It helps a lot, and just make sure you get re-inkers with your ink pads if you like to do this technique. It'll pick up the ink a lot easier and just make things go a lot quicker. Okay, we're all done blending, and I'm just going to clean off my sticky mat real quick. You just treat it like a large stamp. And now I'm going to die cut it. So I'm using the chrome plate that goes with the Big Shot switch, and I went back and forth. I went through it and then back to make sure that it was completely cut, and the chrome plate just makes things so much easier with these intricate dies. It will cut through and it doesn't mar the plate. It just works really well. So I recommend if you do a lot of detailed die cutting to get that chrome plate. And I'll put a link in the description below. Okay, so I'm just poking out the little bits, and hang on to all of these because they're little die cuts and you can use them. I'm going to use one on my card, and I'm just going to save the rest. Okay, so I've got the card front done. Now we can do some stamping. So I've pulled Thankful for You from that stamp set called Hey Friend, and they're all set up so that they're the right size to fit in that space. And I'm going to cut the light side of Sundance at 3 by 3. And I've got the stamp in my MISTI, and I'm just going to place the piece of cardstock down. Now I'm checking because I'm going to die cut it with a circle die. All of the images, the phrases are set up to fit inside a circle die or inside that circle that's on the die cut, the large card front die cut. And I just want to check and make sure. So I'm going to stamp in Royal, and I'm going to stamp twice because I want it nice and deep and dark. This is my new favorite color from the collection. I love this royal color. It's beautiful, and the cardstock is so pretty. Okay, so we'll get that cleaned up, and I'm going to die cut it with that circle, and then I'm going to cut 3 more circles with white, and I'm going to stack them. So it's going to become kind of a piece of chipboard. It'll feel like a chipboard piece. So this is the stacking. I'll speed it up in a second. I'm just gluing them and stacking them. So I just put the glue down and stack it and add more glue. So this eliminates the need for using foam tape. You can certainly use foam tape if you wish. I just like the nice, thick, strong piece that it completes once you stack everything. Okay, now I'm going to cut some royal at 4.25 by 5.5, and this is an A2 card size. And then I have a card base from the value pack. And we'll go ahead and fold that and smooth it out with my bone folder. I'll put a link for these bone folders as well. They're real bone, and that makes a huge difference. Okay, so now I'm just going to start layering everything and gluing everything together. So we'll get that really pretty royal. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's just striking. I love that color. And then we'll go ahead and add glue to this die cut piece. Now I could have used some of the double-sided tape and run it through like 4 times using the switch die cut machine to cut this out, but I forgot, so it's fine. I can just use glue. Just make sure you get in all those little nooks and crannies and make sure all those pieces aren't gonna pull up, and it takes a little more time, but it works. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this sentiment, and then I'm pulling some of these die cut pieces that popped out and deciding if I want to use them or not. So I liked this darker one, but it was too big, so I'm going to do a little surgery. Just going to trim it, and I like it there. Seeing if I can use some of the other ones. No, I just like the one. That works. Okay, so we'll get that sentiment glued down. And then we'll add the die cut. And we'll glue that down. And then I was just looking at this other die cut, and you could do some inlay with other colors, and that would look really cool too. So food for thought, another project in the future. So, and then I decided to add a little sparkle like I always like to do with my cards. And I've got some of these bitty sparkles, and I've just scattered a whole bunch of them around in the little circle openings that are part of the die cut. And then I'm going to come in with a gel pen. This is the Stardust gel pen, and I'm just going to kind of trace over the letters in Thankful to kind of give it a little sparkle and pop. It's very subtle, but it picks up the light nicely and just gives a little sparkle to it. So I'm just going to color over quickly and just add a little shimmer there. And then we're going to call it done. So I'll have some close-up shots. I'll make a list of all the supplies that I used with links in the description below. And I hope you give this a try. It's a fun card, and it comes together quickly. It's so pretty. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and then be able to find all of my videos. And I have over 400 in the library. And thanks for watching.